Yo, what's good, what's good, what's good?
What up, what up, what up?
Week motherfucking 8.
Ocho.
Woo! Matter of Opinion Podcast, Vin Fuego, Fuego on Bay Street, song with my nigga.
CoryTrappin.
I'm not even gonna ask the question. I want y'all to ask the question, man. But again, we appreciate you motherfuckers.
Yes.
If you're listening to us right now, that means you're listening to us on the Anchor app. Shout out to anchor.com. So week 8, bro. A lot of crazy shit going on in hip hop this week.
Crazy shit, bro. I want to get straight into the whole fam going situation.
Oh, Ralo, Mr. Dog Food.
Bro, they raided his apartment complex. He had the robberies parked out front.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
well, let me correct you. The Corvettes.
Corvettes. Okay. No Lambos?
Nah, them was 2 vets.
Okay. No doubt. Yeah, man. That's a serious situation, though. I had seen a Vlad interview, and Ralo, for those who not familiar, he's an artist from Atlanta.
Signed the 1017 shit. Well, he's a Gucci Man artist.
Right, and he's from the west side of Atlanta, the Bluff. You know what I'm saying? Neighborhood made famous by the film Snow on the Bluff. Mm-hmm. But either way, he's known in the streets. You know what I'm saying? He's been infamous for talking a little bit too much, in my opinion, in them interviews. You know what I'm saying? And Future was famously quoted as saying, "I got that dog food like I'm Ralo."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the first time I heard his name. But yeah, in the Vlad interview, he was just elaborating on how he bought an apartment complex. He owned a couple complexes.
Right.
He lived there, and he take care of the people that's there. He got people on payroll, and it was sounding real entrepreneurial. You know what I mean? In my opinion, but
Cause I ain't gonna take nothing away from just the research that I do on him. Mm-hmm. He does do a lot for the community. You know what I'm saying? But in this situation here, people, if you haven't heard, Ralo was actually picked up at the airport after feds, Homeland Security, Georgia State troopers, ATF has raided his, they tried to call it a compound, but raided the apartment complex that he owns down there in Atlanta. This all stems from Ralo keep getting caught, or not Ralo per se. People that's affiliated with Ralo and his vehicles that are registered in his name keep getting caught in raids. You know what I'm saying? So it first happened last December. Feds intercepted a van of his with all type of weed in there, like $2 million worth of weed, $1 million worth of weed actually. It was like 560 pounds. Ooh. Then just recently this year, something else was intercepted. I forgot the exact number or whatever the case may be. But they on him because right after it happened, he hopped on Instagram and say, "I've lost more than a man has gained in a lifetime. How would you feel if you lost what he said, 1,300,000 every week, but you still up?" I'm like, damn.
A little bit TMI, a little bit too much information.
Too much. And then I seen a Vlad interview like last year with Ralo and shit like that, saying how he made like 13 M's in the street. And he only wound up with like 3 or 4 after a while, you know, paying people, ringing up and shit like that. So I'm like, street nigga like myself and yourself, I'm like, shit, 3 M's? Man, that's enough for me to give it up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm straight lace after that, you know. Especially with the statute of limitations on drugs, you know, it's pretty short. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to weed and the state of Georgia, like the equivalent of the penalty for weed in Georgia is like getting caught with hammers in New York. You know, right. We have the strictest gun laws in New York State.
Right.
Georgia has the strictest weed the strictest weed policy.
Wow.
But yet it's a lot of fucking weed down there, man.
Right.
So Mr. Ralo, ox shit, pop shit, 12 can't stop shit. I hope he get out.
Me as well.
Right now, everybody got out of jail besides Ralo. You know and a few others. Yeah. Everybody that got picked up at the airport with him is still in jail. Everybody that got picked up at the apartment complexes they've been released. The feds have him on conspiracy to distribute, which is serious.
Those heavy charges.
When the feds is on you, that's heavy. Especially that conspiracy alone, bro.
I don't know. Some people are saying that you're being targeted for being Muslims. You know, him and his camp, his family going camp, they're Muslims. I watch their daily vlogs. In my opinion, my humble opinion, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, shout out to all my Muslim and Islamic brothers and sisters. Like, I feel like they're not necessarily portraying the faith in the best light. They're doing a lot of ratchet ghetto hood shit, you know what I'm saying? And then right after they go into the prayers and the speaking in Arabic, and it just, to me, I don't know. I'm not one to judge, but in my opinion, I feel like the image they put out could be a lot cleaner. You feel me?
Well, yeah and no. The reason I say no is because it's like their actions on the daily, as far as you know, not killing and stealing and bettering, you know what I mean, their friends and family and shit like that. They doing that. But they are black dudes from Atlanta, from the inner city. So I wouldn't question their faith. Okay. I would just question their decisions that they make just as being men outside of their religion. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I actually kind of like Ralo because, like I said, I heard a lot of good things about him. Even on the news, I was watching a lot of Atlanta news maybe 2 nights ago and shit, and there was one of these guys on there like vouching for him, you know, that because him and Ralo do a lot of community work, you know, schools and, you know, different charity basketball games and shit like that. So, you know, you got your good and then you got your bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just hope they get up out of that because, in all actuality, there's a lot of people that's dependent on him.
Most definitely. You
know what I'm saying? Especially with him owning that property that it looks like it's probably 20 families there. Whether it's his, you know what I'm saying, immediate family or like, but that's somewhere where people live at. And like I said, he employs people as well too. So it's like a lot of people is going to be hurt if he got to go.
No, that's a whole fact, and I guess that's what I'm getting down to, as far as your image, the information that you put out, the visuals that you put out. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's really detrimental, especially when you're in a position where you feeding all of these people. You got to be careful. You got to move like the president out here.
You really have to.
You know what I mean?
The days of Demetrius Flannery are dead and gone, people.
The big meat, flashy all over. I mean, that's what took them down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it was just too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, you know, I seen something on Instagram, I'm going to say maybe last month. They were riding in like Alabama or something like that, and the police, everywhere they go, the police target him because of his famous hashtag, that ox shit, pop shit, 12 can't stop shit. You know, so when they see this big ass bus with your shit, you know what I'm saying, wrapped around it or whatever, they're gonna pull it over. So they found some hammers and all that. Fortunately enough, the hammers and all that were on there were registered to the security that was with them. Right. So everything was good, you know what I'm saying? But it could have been one of them days your man got a gun that's on there and he don't got no motherfucking license and shit. Because everybody could carry in the state of Georgia, but once you step outside those lines, the rules change. But I don't know, man. Just a lot of people just be really indicting themselves, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? For real. Keep it funky with you, bro. Like, if that nigga just would have kept cool, like, yo, yeah, I was trapping since I was 11 years old, like he said, but I stopped. I'm 31 now, or 30, however old Ralo is, he should have put 7 to 8 years on top of it, so just in case they came back, like, you know what I'm saying? Because Ralo is still a B-list artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's still indulging in the streets, indirectly though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. But he's living like a top selling artist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He got that bag, you know what I'm saying? The feds see that. So, I mean, shout out to Ralo. I definitely hope for the best for him in that whole situation. I'm not necessarily a fan of his music in particular. You know what I'm saying? I respect him. I support what what he does for his community, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And everything he stands for, you know what I'm saying? Because even the stunting and all that is also motivation.
That's a
you know what I'm
fact.
saying? So shout out to Ralo and the whole fam boom camp and all that. But I kind of want to segue into the next topic. How you feel about Vlad and Vlad TV?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I remember Vlad had a video. He was trying to do what Smack was doing with the DVDs. He had one, literally one, and I had it in 2004. At the beginning of 2004, it came out. It had Vida Guerrero on the cover of it. If anybody know who Vida Guerrero is,
right.
She's still tough as nails. She's about 41 now. Vida Guerrero on one side, and I think Ludacris was on the other side. But long story short, Vlad, to me, not a culture vulture, but just pretty. His questions be too invasive for me.
You know
what I'm saying?
I feel the same.
Like let's not get it fucked up. I do watch Vlad because it is entertaining, but it's not him that entertains me. It's the people like, you know, we have reoccurring people like Lord Jamar or TK Kirkland and shit like that be on there, and all these other like randoms and shit like I haven't listened to this kid music, but his personality, like he's a retard. I like him. Rico Reckless from Chicago. That nigga is a fucking nutcase. I fuck with him on just like his personality. I really don't listen to his music, but Vlad to me, he's too invasive, my nigga. Like that nigga be, and then I can't even blame him for asking, especially if you're gonna answer.
That's what I was gonna say.
You know, Pee Wee Longway is the only artist that Vlad tried to get deep into what he was doing as far as him being a crip and selling drugs and woo. He just hit him with a smile and kept flipping that shit on him. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So, Vlad, I'm gonna tell you like this. If Vlad stopped doing the vlogs today, it wouldn't affect hip hop.
You don't think so?
Nope.
I mean, I disagree.
He's the only one with longevity. He's the only one that's been doing it a long time and does have personal relationships with a lot of artists. But to me, my opinion on things, if he stopped doing Vlad TV, that'd be fine. I'm gonna just keep doing what everybody else doing.
I disagree. I think he definitely has an audience and a fan base. And even the people who had their criticisms, they go to him for that almost. They go to him and say, oh, let me see what dumbass
questions
you think about that.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he also has, like you said, a group of people that he interviews that don't necessarily have that platform or outlet, like Lord Jamar and a few other people that he interviews that other media outlets aren't necessarily interviewing. You know what I'm saying? So I think that brings a different
I think
spice to the game.
I agree with you on that, but I think having Lord Jamar and TK Kirkland that's always on there, that broadened the spectrum of people that view Vlad. Because Lord Jamar is very well respected. For those of you that don't fucking know who Lord Jamar is, people, look it up. He's from a 90s group called Brand Nubian, excuse me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Sadat X, Grand Poobah, and Lord Jamar. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people they look for him to interview Lord Jamar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to see what he got to say.
Right. You know what I mean? I don't know. To me, I don't feel I'll be missing anything if I didn't see a Vlad TV interview, because there's so many media outlets that people really fuck with, especially the last 4 or 5 years with this Breakfast Club situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like between them and Hot 97s and even the Angie Martinez, where all of them streaming on YouTube for free just like Vlad.
Right.
No one really wants to see that unless he gets Wayne to sit down in front of his camera or K-Dot or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, for those B-list niggas like a Rico Reckless, I would have never knew what his personality was like. Like he interviewed Big Meech's son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's rapping now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a Pee Wee Longway and these type of people, you know.
Bro, Vlad has got one of the classic interviews.
Which one?
With none other than your boy, Big Soulja.
Mm-hmm.
AKA Soulja Boy.
Hey yo,
that's what his Soulja Boy challenge was born.
That interview right there, bro. What made it crazy for me was that his man, they interviewed his man that was there, Then they interviewed the nigga whose son shot, and the nigga was like vouching, like, yeah, that bitch ass nigga shot me. Woo, 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 woo. I'm like, yo.
He had a triple threat,
that was crazy. So I'ma say, shout out to Mr. Ringtone himself, Soulja Boy. So y'all niggas don't know about ringtones. Soulja Boy is the ringtone king.
Oh yeah.
So they can say what they want about that young man. I'm not a pocket watcher, but the boy is rich. Believe it if you want. I mean, don't believe me if you want. It's on you, man.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
But
he fucked his career up. But anyway,
his last mixtape was dope. That Big Soulja shit, in my opinion, that shit was hard.
You would know more about it than me. I didn't listen to it.
Don't forget, he had that joint with Drake. That was big for that year. You know what I'm saying? We made it. But before we move off the Vlad TV topic, you know, me and you both do interviews. We talk to artists. And do you feel like there's a certain line you just wouldn't cross? Maybe just coming from the streets. And Vlad has come out and said he plenty of times. He's definitely not from the streets.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But maybe us having that background is like, hold up, I'm not even gonna ask son about this question. You feel me? How do you feel about that?
My thing is, there'll be things that I know about you that I won't bring up or elaborate on it unless you do it. And even then, I'm gonna let you do all the talking. You know what I'm saying? I might shoot a rebuttal or something like that, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. I feel you, because I don't ever want, I guess, like you said, you let that person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't want them to feel a certain way, you know, because certain topics could get sensitive for people. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. Yes, yeah. I don't ever want any of my footage or any of my content to be used against somebody.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
That's my whole take on this.
Cool.
But yeah, man.
No, man. But now that we're off of Ralo, somebody that's in jail for, unfortunately, for things that he's basically putting out there. We gotta elaborate on Meek one more time, bro.
Oh, what's up with it?
Meek Mill, again, you know, as everybody knows, he's been denied bail and denied a retrial by Judge Brinkley.
Right.
Now, it's such an uproar because I forgot the exact abbreviations for this. So if you're listening to anybody, go to matterofopinionpodcast@gmail.com and let me know if I'm correct or incorrect. There's 3 Philadelphia men who's kind of in the same situation Meek Mill is.
Okay.
With whatever the case may be, but they were let out. Same exact situation, but they were let out. Just like Meek Mill. And then they just got let out, but by a different judge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I forgot what it's fucking called, man. I was just reading up on it or whatever the case may be, but they won't give Meek that shit at all, you know what I'm saying? No, even after the DA is basically agreeing like, yo, give Meek Mill bail and a new trial.
Right.
She's totally against it. So, fuck Judge Brinkley again, one time.
Nah, that's a fact, bro. I watched the interview. Meek Mill's lawyer went up to the Breakfast Club. Was giving out crazy inside information. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff that I heard vaguely about, but he, you know what I'm saying, elaborated and really gave detail. And this is some corrupt shit going on, bro. Everybody else, he said there's 80 other people just who have been charged and who were arrested by this corrupt officer back in 2005, who are all being, their cases are being tried by a whole different judge. Meek is the only one being seen by Judge Brinkley.
Yeah, and that's basically like I was saying, just like that, like same thing. These officers that are in these dudes' cases and shit like that are all on that list.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, of corrupt cops. So their shit get thrown out with no trial. These people are released with no bail, no trial. It's over.
Right.
And with his shit, that's being visible in his case, period, with everybody knowing that, and even the judge knowing that. Now letting that man go, again, to me, personal vendetta, she's getting her rocks off.
Not even giving him a bail.
At all.
Setting his hearing, and everybody else's hearing, those 80 other people, the hearing was this week. Actually, it already passed. Friday, it was yesterday. Meeks is all the way in June, making him sit for a couple more months. And the kind of fucked up thing I think about the situation is the lawyer mentioned that Nicki Minaj was present when I guess this judge allegedly requested that Meek redo a Boys to Men song on Bended Knee and give her the judge a personal shout out in the song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She said that he said Nicki was present, but she wasn't willing to testify or anything like that.
Which I understand. You know what I'm saying? I understand. You don't want to. She doesn't want to get involved in that shit either. But like we were saying, what was that? Maybe 2 weeks ago, I was telling you about how Nicki was on that interview saying like, "Yo, I talked with the judge, with Meek, and he know what she said." You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, for the lawyer and for you to just say that, it's like, my nigga, that shit is 100% true.
Right.
It has to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then what she wanted him to fucking leave his management at Rock Nation.
Right. She handpicked his probation officer, and the probation officer is friends with Meek's old manager. So he's trying to coerce Meek into getting rid of Rock Nation and going back to his old manager.
Right.
This is some crazy corrupt shit, bro. Some movie type shit that's going on right now.
You know what I'm saying? They crucifying that man, you know. And I'm just like this. If the governor is behind them, the mayor's behind them, the DA and prosecutors are behind them, why don't y'all just get this nigga power? And now they're saying it's a process. Right. But it ain't that much of a fucking process, because these 80 other people, unfortunately, I know they don't have the funds that Meek Mill has.
Right.
So, as unfair as this sounds, somebody with those funds and that has the best lawyer, he should have been out of there by now.
Agreed.
Those other people are regular Joe Schmoes like me and you.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? And they got him up out of there. Different judges. I don't understand what this is. You know what I'm saying? So they, you know, I know at first she was getting death threats and all that, but when this shit first started happening, allegedly. You know what I mean? I don't even know anymore, man. Like, the shit is just crazy, man. Just free Meek Mill though, man. This shit is it's going way beyond measure. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I tell you one thing though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of the optimist like that.
Yeah. I
always look at the glass half full, and when he come home, I know we said it. I don't know what episode it was, but his celebrity is gonna be
through the roof, man.
And that show money and his appearances and all the features, everything going up. Because now he's like, isn't it crazy how the game flips? Because maybe 2 years ago with his whole Drake situation, the industry, the internet, everybody was against me. It was like he was the butt of everybody's joke. But now he's being celebrated and like he's like the martyr now. Like, and it's crazy how the game goes. You know what I mean? Ups and downs of the scene.
Shout out to Meek, man. Hope he get out, man. But since we talking about fuck shit real quick.
What up?
Rest in peace to Prodigy.
R.I.P.
There's these people from Buck 50 Management suing Prodigy and Mob and Havoc for $500,000, saying that they were their tour manager until the day that basically Prodigy passed away. So, you know, Havoc is going on record saying like, yo, these niggas is just some bullshit, some sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to say that they paid advances for P and Half. They were their booking and tour managers. You know what I'm saying? So Half like, yo, you know what I'm saying, I promised his kids, like, yo, I'm gonna always hold it down for him and shit like that. So since they wanna be on some bullshit with this lawsuit, I'm gonna just file a frivolous lawsuit as well and shit, because the niggas trying to take money and food out of P's kid's mouth, and P is dead. P is dead. Buck 50 Entertainment. And have niggas going on record and saying, yo, that wasn't even my fucking manager.
I hate to play devil's advocate. And shout out to Pete, rest in peace to Prodigy, yo. One of my favorite rappers.
Facts.
Ever. You know what I mean? I just spit Shook One's verse from beginning to end. You know what I'm saying? When a person is alive and you're still doing business with them, and you trust them and in good faith, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They face card is good. You know you're gonna get your just due in due time.
Mm-hmm.
But when they're gone, it's kind of like a scramble for, you know what I mean, for what's yours. It's like, damn, like he's gone. I gotta make sure I get what's due to me. Now Havoc is going on record saying that these guys weren't maybe his manager or old manager, or they don't have a case, but who's gonna just pop out of nowhere with no kind of credibility?
Because what he's saying is that he managed them as a group together.
Okay.
So Hav is like, nah.
Okay.
There's none of that. You know what I'm saying? You could read up more on it, people, if y'all go and look it up. Havoc actually talked about it on an interview on YouTube. I think it was somebody that we're not familiar with. It wasn't Hot 97 or Vlad and shit like that, but you can go and look it up. But yeah, man, me personally, I think that's just some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because how in the fuck do I owe you $500,000? We Mobb Deep.
Mm-hmm.
What were you paying for us?
Right.
What advances were you paying?
And this is a management company.
Yeah, $150 management. Hood niggas. So
It could just be some bullshit.
it's definitely some bullshit, man. We gotta really look at the group Mobb Deep.
Right, right.
Their longevity.
The infamous.
In the game. And not to mention those dudes are childhood friends. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just a wicked scheme to try to get money out of P Estate, as well as take money out of Half shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Grab.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Half said. He's like, yo, this is a money grab. This is a money grab what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? As to why they're doing it, I don't know. We don't owe them anything. They never was our managers. They never managed me.
Man, most likely it's gonna get thrown out. You gotta have big bank to even go to court and all that. You know what I mean? To compete with Hav and P's Estate, you know what I'm saying? Going back and forth to court with litigation and all that. So if it's bullshit, it's gonna be called for bullshit.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Now, this week was big as far as release date. Your boy, my boy, Cole.
It's a cold world. K.O.D.
K.O.D. I've only heard 2 songs.
I've only heard one.
I heard the K.O.D. song and another song that I don't know the name of. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Cole. Cole doing what Cole do. He got a shot. He's taking a shot at
Lil Uzi,
Lil Pump.
That whole subgenre of hip hop that has emerged in the last couple years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And you know, Pump is going on record in disco.
Oh
you know
yeah.
When he was trolling, but still
using
my name to come up, nigga. Like
right.
you know what I'm saying? And Cole finally coming out of the waterworks and you know what I mean, speaking on it, but it's a breath of fresh air to me.
Well, that's a fact, man. Shout out to fucking J. Cole, man. You know what I'm saying? Fayetteville, North Carolina, stand up. What it be like, man? What's up?
What it do? Facts. Hey, I just love how he chooses to release his music and drop just out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
He's like I hate to say it.
What up?
It's like the Beyonce of this shit, B. He's not saying anything. Like, he did a show in New York City earlier this week. But last week he was telling people like, yo, I'm doing a show, no cameras, no phones, no nothing. This is how much the tickets is, this is where you're going to get them at. That's it. And I'm almost for certain his show sold out. Because if you remember, 3 years ago in Rochester, New York, J. Cole came.
Yeah.
To Water Street. Same exact thing. No cameras, no press, none of that. You don't pull your fucking phone out.
Yo, man, the way that, I don't know, I mean, I'm sure everything is calculated, of course, but I'm a fan of the 48 Laws of Power and Strategies of War and, Art of War and all of that good shit, like, and then the way these dudes just be executed, you know what I'm saying? Just like, the way he's built his celebrity and the mystique and the mystery around his brand, it's like, where's he gonna pop up next? Like, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that he makes it where you can't record with your phone, like no phones, it's like a once in a lifetime. It's not gonna be documented.
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to search this footage up on YouTube, nigga. So yeah, you gotta pay whatever I charge. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
And his diehard fans is like, yo,
they're gonna be there. But I like that artist and a lot of comedians. Kevin Hart is known for that shit. I watch people get kicked out of this shit, by the way. Like, let's get back to the essence of this shit. Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, you here to see your favorite artist and you got your phone out.
Right.
On yourself. Like, what the fuck? Like, when I go to these concerts, I find myself even trying to record it. And then I go back like, yo, you're tripping, son. You're really tripping, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, I understand people want to capture the moment, but there's nothing like memory. So if you're there to enjoy the show, make it a memory.
Right.
Make it a fucking memory. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if bitch come butt naked. You know what I'm saying? Nigga get so drunk that you gotta get escorted out by the ambulance and the police. You know, make it real memorable. You know what I'm saying? But I like Cole. I always like what he did, especially once I seen the nigga rode the bus and then rode the train.
Right.
Like, just some regular shit, and it was somebody else recording him. Like, oh shit, man, J. Cole. Oh shit, that is this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you could do that, I salute you, man.
Nah, that's a whole.
You know what I mean? He's a wealthy young man now. You know what I'm saying? So he could be doing anything. He could be acting above what he actually is. But him as a person, I guess where he's at mentally and spiritually, he's just one of us.
Fact, very, very, very humble dude.
You know who else is some humble dudes? And I think they're too humble. We talking about this before it aired. These two young gentlemen are the best with a camera at. The best two young niggas out right now.
Oh, I know where we're going with this.
We gotta go here.
That energy is.
The energy and the pen game.
Oh, can't forget that.
And the niggas actually can rap.
For real.
We talking about Slim Jimmy and Swae Lee. Ray Sherman. Eardrum. Like, do not get it fucked up, people. These little niggas actually can rap.
Did you compare them to like the new age, like Kid and Play or some shit? Was that you?
No. Because if you ask me, I can't compare them because the times was different.
It's the same shit to get that party started.
I don't know.
No?
I don't know. I just like them.
If them niggas read, I'm going record. This is the first time y'all hearing it. You always talk to the camera. I'm talking to the camera.
Talk to that camera, bro.
If Ray Shremmer remade House Party, that shit's going up.
They got a House Party remake right now in the making.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What?
I seen that shit maybe like 2-3 months ago. I heard Martin Lawrence talking about it.
Wow.
Word up.
They need Ray Shremmer for that shit.
Yo.
They need Ray Shremmer. I think that's gonna go up.
They is so, like I said, underrated. Everything they come out with is a hit since they came out.
Why do you feel that they're underrated?
Because I ain't gonna say they're underrated. They're so humble. Everybody knows Sway Penn is crazy. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, he made that French song. As far as like, he set the tone for the song. You know what I'm saying? That unforgettable.
For sure.
And let's not forget about the infamous song that he did for Miss Beyonce. Lemonade.
He put it in
CoryTrappin has to look it up.
That's what matter of opinion is for.
I'm telling you, like Son Penn is so, and not even just for B, like
that's
Penn
crazy.
is just crazy.
That right there, you telling me that? That's crazy.
His pen is just crazy. Like what they call that? What's the name of that song?
I ain't gonna tell you.
No. Is it Formation? Lemonade? One of them. I always get them two songs
Formation
fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm off
but that's a fact. Y'all can look it up. Matter of Opinion Podcast at gmail.com. Tell me what exact single was that? Was it, because it was Formation, right? Because isn't Formation on the Lemonade album?
Right.
Okay, so it was Formation.
Okay, yeah. Making sense.
And he said the bag was crazy.
Of course it was.
The bag for the song was crazy.
What I hate that they try with I don't know if it's the media, the fans, the internet, but the quote unquote they. What I hate that they try to do is kind of like break them up, or put out rumors of Sway going solo. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just don't like that. I have seen the interviews though. Slim Jimmy is not as personable.
Right.
He's not as much of a talker, you know what I mean? Doesn't necessarily seem to have that same energy. I done seen interviews which look like the nigga done fell asleep.
That's a fact. But he's also a big drinker.
Okay, yeah.
A Henny drinker. They both smoke weed, heavy Henny. Heavy Hennessy. Henny, the Moet Company, we on Henny today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like, them dudes right there, I just wanted to, at least shout them out one time, bro, because out of the young new niggas, they got it. The people were trying to compare them and Migos year and a half ago. They had Black Beatles or Gucci Man, and the Migos had the Bad and Bougie. Now, people ask me what song was more influential out of those two, and it's hard, pause. It's hard to decide, but I'm going to tell you this.
What up?
That Black Beatles song, to me, had more influence than the Bad and Bougie song. Not more spins, but more influence.
With the whole mannequin challenge and all that.
Exactly, the mannequin challenge, you know what I'm saying? And
that was a big impact. Everybody was doing that shit.
Like,
and it was some dope shit. It was like, in today's day and age, it's hard to find something new that hasn't really been done. You know what I'm saying? So that was some dope shit.
And you doing this at concerts with 5,000 and 10,000 people.
Facts. That was mind blowing. To orchestrate that type of shit with that many people. Yeah, so I agree with you on that.
It's always ill, man. Shout the fucking Ray Strummer, man. It's lit.
Facts. Oh, segue. Ray Strummer, Eardrummers, Mike Will made it. Trouble.
I'm fucking with Trouble, people. I know I'm late. I'm fucking with Trouble.
A little bit like, you ain't been on Trouble?
I heard him, and I only heard him because shout to Gold House Entertainment.
Lil
Lil Wop had a joint with him. I'm like, damn, son.
That's your first time hearing Trouble?
Yes.
Wow, people.
Yes.
Wow. I gotta listen, bro. I'm gonna text you a link to his Schoolzilla mixtape. Scoob is another name you go by. First of all, I'm gonna go even further back to like 2012 or 2013, because he was originally with Duct Tape Entertainment. You familiar with Alley Boy and all that? 2013, he did a remix to Jay-Z's talking about Trouble. Did a remix to Where I'm From. He redid that shit, and him from Atlanta. That beat selection was impressive, and he was actually spitting on it. Then I peeped that Schoolzilla mixtape, Trouble talking that shit. So yeah, shout out to Gold House Entertainment and Lil Luau for making that happen, because that was some real shit.
That's a fact, you know what I'm saying? But I'm really fucking with Trouble, man, because it's a little bit different.
All the way different.
Totally different from when people say Atlanta rappers.
Right.
You think of Future. You think of Thugger. Right. You think of Migos, the Hibbity Yachty. You don't think of Trouble. Like when you sit now when I name Trouble, I gotta put him in the category with T.I. and Jeezy.
For sure.
The niggas that from Atlanta that really rap, because that's his influences. When I say, yo, oh my God, I'm like, yo, I knew I liked this nigga for something, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just his whole persona, and tell niggas like, yo, we don't listen to that bullshit over here. I'm like, man, this is an Atlanta nigga saying, well, listen to mumble rap?
Right.
Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I only heard him that one joint that he had with Lil Luwak or whatever.
That's the only Trouble song you heard.
That was the only one I paid attention to.
Okay.
I got some friends that like the, Alley Boy and like I knew about Alley Boy and Offset having joints with these niggas about 2012, 2013. But again, people, I'm from Harlem. That know what I'm listening to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really pay attention, but yeah, man.
Trouble be talking that shit because he talk about the losses. He don't talk about just being up. And even on that joint he got with Luwak, he say a line that stuck out like, my rent due now. Got something on it, fam? Because it's like niggas only see the good. They see niggas stunning, they see niggas pulling up. You know what I'm saying? He say, but my rent due too.
Right.
So what up? You got something on it? Okay, well, all right then. You know what I'm saying? I check niggas. Like, he talk about that shit, like
that, man.
Talk about the losses and going through the bullshit, man. I don't know if I should even get started, man. But the boy got quotables. You know what I'm saying? He talking that pain. And he got a song with Long Live Bankroll Fresh. that's the caliber of MCs from, because I'm pretty sure he's at least 30.
Yeah,
so he's like around our, yeah, he's in that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what it is too. That's why he giving that game, and he giving that OG shit. And in the Breakfast Club interview, he was even talking about the whole social media era that we're in, and when niggas talk about, oh, like I get a fit, I cop some shit, I can only wear it one time. Like, a nigga like, fuck that shit, like, who is you to tell me how many times I can wear this or remix it? You know what I mean? Like,
that's a fact.
Like, man, fuck all that.
I wear my shit, baby.
You know what I mean? Like, I fuck with school. I fuck with trouble. And the game got the end for some shit. Did you hear the joint he got with Drake?
Snippet of it.
I'll bring it back. Cause he's got like a whole like short film I guess out right now.
Yeah, son is working, man. Shout out to Mike Will. Shout out to Drake, man, for putting a booster in a lot of people's careers. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mr. Aubrey Graham, man, again, man, I'm gonna send an invoice because CoryTrappin, he needs therapy. We don't know.
It's over, man. I don't even need to talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? But I gotta shout the nigga out, man. Drake has single-handedly, bro, helped out a lot of niggas. And I'm gonna keep saying Black Boy JB or whatever the case may be, of course.
Migos with Versace.
I mean,
it goes both ways. It works for both parties because it means he's always relevant. I mean, he's always up on the new shit right before it takes off.
Right.
So he gets credit for that, for being associated with that.
That's a fact.
But the fact that he don't be charging Fetty Wap,
Fetty.
the fact that he don't be charging too, you know what I'm saying? But the nigga's smart. It's all calculated.
Like, yeah, like the thing with Fetty, I think he helped Fetty Wap out the most. Like, Fetty had niggas going with the Trap Queen shit, and then he had not the My Way shit that Drake is on, but it was something right before that. And then when you heard Drake verse on that, you hear niggas cut Monty shit out. You like, damn.
All I gotta do is.
But even Monty like, you know, nigga like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he getting the bag up. You know, that helped Fetty into superstardom. Now he's a multi-millionaire, man. Like I said, man, he's just helping the culture and helping people take care of their family, man. You know, today is an early wrap up though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Responsibilities and all that.
Definitely, man. Shout out to my nigga CoryTrappin, man. Make sure y'all follow him at
Cory_Trappin.
Talk about it.
You know what I mean?
And that's on our IG, man. Me at Fuego 83. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jim Jones. Wasted Talent is fire.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Sheik Luch, too.
Shout out to Sheik Luch.
But statistically, Jim Jones got it, my brother.
That's on fact. We're going to get into that.
We're going to get into that, man. I forgot your man name. I would shout him out.
My nigga Kurt.
If you're listening, I love the Locks and I love Sheik. I used to think, real quick before we get out of here, that Sheik was better than Styles.
This nigga's bugging. We're going to talk about
No, I'm going to tell you real quick because if you remember, Sheik used to always be the first one to spit on their songs when they first came out. So I was like, oh man, I'm going Sheik. But then once I regained consciousness, I said, Kiss got it. But you know, man, we're going to sign off early today, though, man. Make sure you check us out, man. Anchor app, man. I mean, Google Play, your media store, whatever you download apps at, man. Go to that Anchor, Matter of Opinion podcast, then Fuego, Trap Talk 2, April 30th, bitch.
Yes, we out here.